Joe, obviously a disappointing afternoon. How would you reflect on those 90 minutes?
Yeah, really disappointed. We didn't deserve anything from that game. I think you look at Hibs, they were better than us all over the park. I think they physically out-battled us, which is really, really disappointing. I'm not saying they played better football than us, but they did what they did well, and it was effective. I think we've had a goal after 2 minutes that I can't see for 1 minute why it's disallowed. Like a perfectly legitimate goal to me. I've got to see it back, but from the little bit of replay I've seen, it's moments like that can swing games, and I'm not saying it would have changed it ultimately because we didn't create a lot after that, but we looked lively in the first 5-10 minutes, and again a breakaway goal that's killing us early in games. Wednesday we could recover from it. Today we never looked like recovering from it. We've got to make sure that we're lifting ourselves out of these holes a little bit earlier. Yeah, it's really disappointing to not get anything from the game today, but we didn't deserve a thing.
Yeah, there's a frustration as well. You mentioned going behind, the goal that got disallowed, but going behind, not being able to respond like you did in midweek, and maybe that kind of lack of cutting edge.
Yeah, and that's the baffling thing for us. You know, we sit and we go, we should be in a good position because we experienced it not too long ago against another very good team, and it didn't change our mentality away from home again. So that's the bits that we look at, and we can't quite put our finger on it as staff. We've got to have conversations with these players as to the difference in mentality that's been shown between the two games. But it's just ultimately we were miles off it today, and we know that it's nowhere near good enough if we want to challenge for titles and challenge to win a league, and we can't produce performances like that again. Got 5 games left, and we've got to bring our best for every moment of those games possible.
Yeah, we've seen how many times this league can change over the years in this split. You mentioned the 5 games left. Is it now about giving your all with those games to go and seeing where it takes you now in this league title race?
Yeah, that has to be our mentality. We're not dismissing this game at all. We can't, and I'll never let us do that. Staff won't, players won't either, because they're really, really good and honest like that. We can have some nice conversations about it. Maybe not nice, but honest conversations about it. And we will. We'll get back in Tuesday. We'll dig it, pick it to pieces, dig the bones of it, and make sure that performance doesn't happen again like that, because we can't do it again if we want to challenge for things, like I said. So we've got to make sure that we put it right, and try to produce better performances and better mentality going into these games, and whilst we're in these games not allowing it to drag us down and be defeated earlier than what we needed to.
Yeah, how do you pick the players up? Obviously for next weekend it's a different competition, an opportunity to get to the final, a perfect chance to try and put things right.
Yeah, it might be a good chance and a different perspective for us, but you know, we're not, like I said, we're not shying away from this. We've got to pick the players up very quickly, but before we do that, we've got to make sure that we put it right. We don't shy away from it. We go in, we do our work. We'll watch it back, we'll pick it out, pick it apart. We'll have some real honest conversations. I've asked the players to look at their own performances and be a little bit accountable for their performances. But you know, as we said, we'll work with them. This is not us just going, what have you done wrong, and we don't know how to solve it. Myself and my staff are really good at coming up with solutions, and I think we've proven that before, that we can give the players information, they can take it on board really, really well. We just don't want it to come to that decision too many times. So we need to make sure that we're learning earlier, because we should have learnt from the 3-0 previously against Hibs. Thought we'd done that in the cup final, but then we can't come and produce that again. So we've got to look at learnings that are happening and take it on board a little bit more. And as I said, we'll pick the bones of it and we'll go again.